So for the assignment, I was asked to make a formula of a compound formed with the element in group 5, period 3, bonds with one oxygen atom and three chlorine atoms. It also wanted me to draw the Lewis structure of the formula and any resonance structures possible. So when I checked the periodic table, I did not see any element that was in group 5, period 3. So I assumed that there was no other element that would go with three chlorine and one oxygen. So as you can see, this is where I did the Lewis structure. The original is here without any of the changes. As you can see, the oxygen has the positive because it only has 5 electrons when it wants 6, and all the other ones are neutral. And up here, I took the lone pair electrons and moved it to make a double bond, making the chlorine have 6 electrons, which makes it positive, and then the oxygen would become neutral because now it has 6 like it wants. I did that for all the chlorines for the next two. So I would say there are 3 resonance structures, sorry. The other part of the question also asks for the polarity of the molecule, which is where I solved that here. And so I find the polarity of the molecule by looking at various factors like electronegativity, symmetry, and I find a difference between the electronegativities and dipoles. So because on the electronegativity chart, oxygen had a 3.5 and chlorine had a 3.0. So most likely the oxygen will be pulling in the chlorines. And whenever I see where the poles are not really like canceling out each other and they're like going in towards the central atom, I always think like it's polar. Another key to looking at if it's polar is the symmetry. If you cut the molecule in half vertically and horizontally, you'll see like it's not the same on both sides. So like vertically, it's about the same. Besides the left side having a double bond, I don't think that really matters. But if you cut it horizontally, the bottom part of it would not look the same as the top. And then after that, I take the difference between 3.5 and 3.0 and I get 0.5. And so I posted a chart that helps me when I'm trying to find if a molecule is polar or non-polar, because like sometimes it could be difficult to remember all the other like ranges to go by. And so basically in the chart it asks like at the top, like is the electronegativity less than or equal to 0.4? No, because we have 0.5 that's greater. And so and then the next question should be asking you if it's symmetric or not, and we said no. And as you follow the line, it should take you further left to polar. And so I think, okay, sorry, almost forgot the shape. The shape I put here. The way I figured that out is by looking at the bonds. There are three bonds in this molecule, and then there is a lone pair. Because of the bonds, I come up with the trigonal part, and then the pyramidal comes after, simply because I just remember whenever I have one pair of electrons, it becomes pyramidal. For the second part of this assignment, it asks me, why is thiol more acidic than alcohol? And for this, I mainly pay attention to the sulfur and the oxygen. And I look on the periodic table to see which element is further down, because as the molecule becomes bigger, it becomes more acidic. And as you go down the periodic table, the molecules become bigger. And when you look, sulfur is below oxygen, so that's why it's more acidic. Hopefully I did the structure correct in the resonances, but if there are any corrections, I'm free to it. Thank you.